S-S-Y. And today we got a video by my dog Jacob through the art of cheating in school. Was you a demon or was you actually like studious?
So when I would cheat, right, it depends how bad the girl is, right? So it's like, no,
just put on a snapback and put on a fitted and start acting crazy, bro.
I have never cheated a day in my life. No, I was OD cheating on test though, for sure.
I got to a point where if I was taking a Scantron, I didn't even have to overly look. I would memorize the shape of the fillings.
You know what? You know what's like about cheating? Have you ever tried to cheat so good that you ended up just studying? Like, have you ever done that?
100%.
Yeah, that's the worst part about cheating, bro.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
But hey, man, we gonna see what he's talking about. You already know the vibes. Be sure to check out my stuff.
Sure
check out Stanley's stuff.
They live.
And let's just get this going.
This way to finesse their way around the test because either they didn't study or they just weren't smart enough. And you know, in most cases, this is just so they can secure a good score on the test, but some people just do it for the love of the game. Now, cheating is one of those things that's pretty much normalized in school right now because teachers will really be like, if you get caught cheating,
and mind you, we was doing it out the muscle, bro. We was not using no chat GPT. You know what it was though? Quizlet was free. You know, Quizlet costs money now.
It costs money?
Bro, I tried to do freaking flashcards on stream one time.
Oh, and you have to
I didn't do shit. I didn't pay for that. Paying for Quizlet.
You can probably find it somewhere else though. It's always an answer somewhere.
Quizlet costing bread is
That's
crazy,
tough because
bro.
teachers use that.
Yes.
So now teachers gotta pay on top of not getting paid enough.
If I am a teacher, y'all are. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We using dollar store index cards.
My class gonna look like Ben Don's class, DDG class.
Y'all gonna start writing off. Y'all gonna write the 10 Commandments on stone again.
Taking your test and it's an automatic 0. But then the next second later, your homie across the room going crazy with Spark Notes popped up on his computer. Like, what the freak? How you got your computer out, gang? On the test. Like, if I had $1 for every time I see somebody obviously cheating in class, bro, I probably wouldn't monetize my videos no more. My fault about the ads, y'all. And the point I'm getting at is, I feel like teachers do know the kids are cheating, but they just respect the art of it. You know what I'm saying? There's really an art to cheating, bro. And, you know,
if my teacher respects the art of cheating, I am not in the right classroom.
You couldn't pay me enough to care. I ain't gonna lie.
Word. All right, you're a teacher. You're making 6 figures, though.
I'm making 6 figures.
Hey, I'm making 6 figures, and you are definitely not. You gonna be working at McDonald's. That's how you treat your students, bro.
I gotta make sure I keep my spot. Imagine one of them saying, "I need to be a teacher." I'm teaching them all the wrong lessons.
Class, what do y'all want to be? I want to be a teacher, bro.
Exactly, bro. That ain't dude. You know
That's crazy, bro.
Gotta stop the comp.
Stop the comp. You're teaching them the material.
That's the point.
Personally, I ain't never do that because I'm a good boy. But I do know and understand the art and have witnessed it firsthand. And so that's what we finna do in today's video. We gonna rank the techniques of cheating and figure out which one's most effective. You feel me, bro? Let's get into it, man. We got some stuff to talk about. All right, now first up, we gotta talk about the classic old phone under the desk. Now this is one of those last minute techniques.
You ever put your phone in the calculator case?
No, I'm not bold enough for that.
Really?
I'm other methods of cheating because, like, I'm 20/20, like, vision-wise, so I'm, you know, peeking, smart kid paper. I'm not doing that. I would write something on my palm, like the light, the glare, the tuck it away faster teacher. I was never that, so I would do everything.
I had like a tiny ass phone, right? I think it was a 4. It was a bone stock 4, bro. It was small enough to slip under my case in the calculator, bro. So like, if I was using it, and like I had the jaunt. You know the jaunt where you would take the picture of the math thing?
Yeah. Pixel something.
Something. Because I only ever cheated in math class. I never cheated in any other subject.
I was going to say I could tell. Because I'm not going to lie.
Random math question, go.
Your mental math.
Go, shoot.
33 plus 46.
80. 79.
Technique for scramblers or people who just didn't really even know there was a test today, or they just fully gave up on life and decided, hey bro, I'm just
no, bro, broke your heart.
It's 79, right?
It's 79.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna run it up. I don't really care about school in general. And I've seen people who do this naturally. You know what I'm saying? They whip their phone out, keep it under low key. But
this is too obvious. That's too obvious. Phone under the desk is
I feel like this is one of those techniques that is just kind of obvious all the time. Like, I don't understand how teachers don't be catching when people are doing this. Like, kids' heads be down for way too long, not bubbling or writing anything in, bro. Like, they obviously on Google scrolling. ChatGPT throwing crazy lives mid-text. But that's the funny part.
If I had access to ChatGPT,
they would never
test.
They would never catch me.
Are you serious?
I would be the smartest student.
You could literally take a picture of the test and be like, answer all these questions.
Right.
Boy!
I feel like people who do this technique, a lot of times they think they're slick when the whole class obviously peeping them, bro. After the test, we know. And I remember in middle school, because I'm not that old, you know what I'm saying? I'm only 45. This was a pretty common method, bro. I remember there was one week, people was just getting caught left and right, bro. Teachers would come up behind them and tap them on the, excuse me, I need to talk to you. Or
absolutely
they hit them with the, excuse me, go ahead and hand that over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
go ahead. Any sentence that starts with go on ahead or go ahead is like, it's immediate authority, bro.
I agree.
Like, bro, I know people's hearts was dropping. Like, this was just a shameful way to go out, bro. But I will say, if somebody does manage to pull this off without getting caught, bro, you pretty valid. You know what I'm saying? You might be up there pro levels in the art of cheating. For this technique, I'm gonna say this is a 7 out of 10, bro. Because 3 times.
I'm gonna give it a 6. So
yeah, I was about to say I'm lowering. It's just too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's too obvious, too easy. Like
8 out of 10, somebody getting caught. You feel me? Maybe that's too high. We'll figure it out. Now for this technique, we got a very much old school method, and I'm talking about look over at somebody else's paper. You feel me? And you know this is really the go-to back.
Give me your best side eye.
I'm doing it right now. I'm looking at the lamp. I got great peripherals. Yeah.
Damn. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna stand over there. I'm gonna tell you like how many fingers you're holding up.
Okay.
When I'm looking at you, got to get out of the view of the camera.
Oh, okay. All the way, like, boom.
Yeah, right there.
Well, how's this chat gonna know?
Just do it. I can't do that.
All right,
wait. Okay, yeah. All right, you lucky. 2. How the f*** do you do that?
This is with the glasses blocking the peripheral.
Wait, do it again. All right, wait. I'm locked. Bro, I can't do it. What the f***? Nigga, you're not. Wait.
Okay. 4?
2. I did 2 again. That was on some mental shit, though.
I couldn't see because your thumb was like, I ain't gonna lie. From right here to right here, I can see the blue on your PC. And I can see,
if you kill me, you might actually get a Mangekyo, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Back in middle school. But I swear, once I got to 7th grade, I feel like
they got the Iza now.
Like this got patched for real, because then teachers started getting like calculated with it. They started handing out different tests with different answers. When
they started doing that, that started messing me up. That joke took my powers away. I ain't gonna lie.
Cause you looking at your peripherals. Yeah, something completely different.
The person sitting next to you, like, I ain't gonna lie, like I was tweaking out when I first encountered this, bro. It felt like that Naruto episode when they was trying to cheat in class, trying to pass these exams. I'm like, gang, why does the bro next to me have squares and circles on his test? I thought it was math class.
And then like, there's like the thing where you feel like you got the harder test.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're completely different questions.
For sure. Have you ever went over it with somebody else and you're like,
why do I used to get tight when like the first page of my test was all questions, and the first page of someone else's test had a picture. That shit used to piss me off.
They used to get fun graphics and shit.
That shit used to piss me off.
Nigga in chat said, no, ChatGPT doesn't work anymore. You have to use Gemini. They can tell when you use ChatGPT, but if you use Gemini, they can't tell.
He's locked in.
I wonder how that works on just like basic questions though, like basic math. Like, you know, like the charts where it's like, what is it when you're learning math? And they would have the multiplication jokes, and you would try to finish them.
Oh, the
like,
multiplication.
How does that not work for like? You
know is ChatGPT think 3 times 3 is 9, and then the other one thinks it's 10? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Wait,
because I was still homework.
Someone said 8 trigrams, 64 palm at eyes. That nigga could block my chakra right now, bro. Like, what the?
Bro, I swear it legit felt like that, bro. Like teachers just needed to chill, dog. But before this technique was patched, if you knew the kid sitting next to you was smart, this was free work, bro. A little side eye and a glance and you going crazy, bro. But the thing is, me personally, I never liked to do this move. 1, because I could barely see the paper next to me. I always had bad vision. And 2, if I didn't trust the person next to me, why would I look off their paper? You know what I'm saying? Right. Some people was just looking at the other person's paper and they didn't even know if the kid was an A+ student, a B+.
I've hoed people before, bro. They've definitely cheated on my test and failed, bro. I can't cap.
A student, or they was just tweaking. Some kids.
How did you feel about people like using you to cheat.
Sometimes I literally look at them and be like, bro. You might want to look to the person to your left, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I like an ecosystem. I can't just have you cheat on me, or I'm gonna sabotage us both. But if you cheat off me and then you got the next joke, we're cool. You get what I'm saying?
I see.
But if it's something like you just always cheating off me, I'm always doing work, you always cheating on. I gotta.
The thing about me is I'm a cheat sheet demon. That was my body.
Yeah,
like, hiding cheat sheets was my shit.
Yeah,
bro. I can't cap.
It should just be drawn on the test. Like, gang, how you not finish your test? We had 20 hours to do this. That's an exaggeration. And yeah, so for this technique, I always commended people who could pull this off. Wait, no, I don't condone cheating. I don't. And you know what? That's the other thing, bro. If I were
any FBI agent that arrests you for cheating in school is bored as bro.
For sure.
Like, bro, if you don't put crack in like a black community, bro.
We got people serving fentanyl outside.
We got no. We got people trying to solve cancer. If you don't stop that, what?
Wait, that's
CIA.
No, why are we trying to stop that in general?
That's what they be doing.
But let's not do that. Let's actually divert their from that.
If you don't stop the guy who's trying to take pollution out of the planet, there's a trying to fix the ozone right now. Put a bullet in his head. What the hell are you doing arresting me for cheating?
to copy off somebody's paper and I got that question wrong that I copied, do you understand?
Someone said, go turn your body cam off already. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Wait.
I would be heated at you. That's just the type of person I am. I'm going to be mad at you because I got it wrong. I thought we was in this together. Nobody asked me to cheat. I don't care. But like I said, if you're actually one of the few who could pull off this method.
I saw a black man transform plastic to oil killer. Have you seen that? He's on TikTok. He's bold.
Yeah,
that boy better have a VPN, bro.
I feel like
I'm kind of scared because I fit the description now.
We got to give it an 8 out of 10, bro. We got to get an 8 out of 10. I feel like this is pretty effective, man. I mean, people was not getting really caught for this. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now we get into more the Gen Z type of areas. And I'm talking about the old calculator / Apple Watch. We going to put them both in the same.
That's too obvious. That's going to get you.
My body.
Yeah. They weren't lit enough. Yeah, they weren't lit enough when we were in school. Damn.
Y'all go to school with Apple Watches on? No, it might be a poverty thing.
You know what we had? The watch that had the calculator on it. You remember those? Bro, you've seen this watch before.
I've OD'd.
It's not even that expensive of a watch.
Yeah.
You don't remember these shots?
On my entire life, this is my first time seeing this.
My fault. I watch my privilege, bro.
On my entire existence, my YouTube channel, bro. My fault. Yeah, literally my first time ever.
Hey, bro, they had them in Beverly Hills where I grew up.
How much are they?
Bro, they're cheap.
Well, now, yeah.
Same character category. And so for these right here, this is more of a slick.
Jay said I had one.
Try hard methods, you know what I'm saying? For the teacher to catch you with these, you got to make it pretty obvious. So let's start with the calculator one. Now, if you don't know, people used to put their phones in their calculator case. Like
that was my body. That was my body.
I remember people was doing this before the math test, like it was Mission Impossible, bro. I'm like, bro, am I the only one with a real calculator and not my phone in the case? But it was always the kids who used to sit in the back of class doing this too. Yep. They had it free. I always got in unfortunate situations.
Because the thing about me is like my vision's bad. So if I sat in the back, my thing is, if I sat in the back of the class, I had to cheat.
Yeah.
I had to because I couldn't see. So when I'm going to a class, I'm picking day one. Am I going to cheat in this class or am I going to lock it? So I had a mix of like locking classes and cheat classes.
No, I'm not going to lie. For me, it was always a thing to where I got the back of the class every single time. Because one, good vision. But number two, if you put me up front, Rosa Parks. No. If you put me up front, my legs would trip the teacher. So like and if you put me like in the aisle, I would still have to swing my leg out because you know they have the basket underneath the seat.
Yeah.
So I would have to swing it out, and then the teacher couldn't come up the aisle. So I would always get the back. So I overly cheated. I was textbook on the ground. I was.
Textbook on the ground. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great call.
Yeah, textbook on the ground.
That's a great call.
Sitting in front of the class where the teacher looking at me, every equation. But that's the thing with this. I never understood how people really use their phones like this on math tests. I feel like it was either you know it or don't know it. Like it was really just an equation. Like, bro, it's obvious you ain't using no calculator, bro. You over here scrolling. But with that method, I feel like the effectiveness is strangely low, bro. If you ask me, I don't know about y'all. I'm giving.
Someone said Toon Force Foot.
This is 5 out of 10. I don't care, bro.
You got it 5 out of 10? He had it out of 5 out of 10.
Phone and calculator?
Yeah.
I think he's just not like that, bro. Because his reasoning was he couldn't put it away fast enough.
Where you got it at?
That shit got me through high school. That's an 8 to 9. That's an 8. That shit literally is the reason I'm here recording right now. That is the reason I don't have a GED right now, bro. I have a diploma because of that technique.
It's a low score. Let me get a 5 out of 10. Now for the Apple Watch or smartwatch method, if you don't know, people used to have it in notes or whatever the test was
fingers
on
are
their
too
little Apple
Yeah,
Watch. And I remember when this
I couldn't even read
dropped
that.
because the Apple Watch dropped when this dropped. People was using this like crazy. Actually, one time my friend got caught in class doing this. Yo, I remember it was
Cause it literally lights up. That's two. That's two.
That's the thing, brightness.
freshman year. It was like the first test, bro. He was all the way in the back of class. I don't know how the teacher spotted him. She was one of them try-hard teachers, though. She ran all the way back there. I ain't never seen anything like that. She said, "Excuse me, what are you doing, bro?"
You know what you got to do? You got to take the Apple Watch off and then take the band off and then just have the small screen.
Yeah. You could literally leave that on your desk, and you could almost make it look like you're tracing with your fingers, like reading, like.
And you could damn near cover that bitch with your hand. Like,
Say, oh, nothing. No, I'm checking the time or whatever. I forgot what it was. But apparently he just scrolled off and get caught. And the dean came in the classroom and everything, escorted him out. He got out of it smooth. I don't even know what happened after that. But he did have his notes on his Apple Watch for sure. He told us after. And yeah, this method's just like I explained. It seems like it's hard to pull off, but as long as you not overly glancing at your wrist, like, bro, in what world or while you're taking the test, you should be glancing at your wrist like this, bro. So
that's you gotta take it off and put it on the paper.
You can't make it that obvious. Definitely somewhat a 6 out of 10, man.
That's dirty work. What's like another one? I feel like cheat sheets. Is just
I think any writing on your body was kind of comp. Like, you know, like I think people like had some like where they, like, you know what I'm saying?
The fingers was calm.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
fingers was calm.
That was calm.
Someone said, but amen, say man. Am I that predictable?
Yeah, you are. I'm not gonna lie. You know what it is though? It's the animation, because you have an animation. You go from there to. It's the animation of doing that. You know what I'm saying?